marks finalized end of this week. So in case we need to have make good test, so we will put in Google Classroom first announcement. So because of that, please be alert on your Google Classroom. I know not everyone need a make good test, because the ESPN not yet come out, we don't know who need make good test. So if you need make good test, and we also need to define whether you are make good on midterm or you are make good on the practical test. A lot of things need to define and only can be decided when we have the marks on hand. So the marks actually will be finalized end of this week. And that's why I will propose a slot for make good test in case you need it. A slot for make good test that Saturday afternoon. Is it okay? Okay. And the update on whether you are taking midterm or you are taking SBA packet tracer exam, or you don't need make good test, will be table on Google Classroom during Friday. Friday we still have one class. I think we can tell you also during the class. So Friday we will discuss about the midterm. We will discuss about the midterm. First thing is as a feedback. Since you will know what you went wrong in the midterm. We have a lot of set there. Then after that, the second thing is the final most probably will include the chapter in midterm. And that's why it's a very, very good revision. So that's why today class we will focus on tutorial 9 and tutorial 10. We plan to finish in 1 hour. So no time to waste. But before that, can I get some vote? Let's get some vote. Let's get some pools. What is the date? April 24, 2 to 4 p.m. April 24, 2 to 4 p.m. for make good test. Yeah, not everyone need it. Not everyone need it. If you don't have, if you did not on the threshold, you don't go for make good test. But I just make a slot in case you need it. Okay, so okay. No. So say first, I want to launch it. Please give some response. To give some response. April 24 actually is Saturday. So I don't get any OT for that. Sabah don't need to work. Sabah you wait for Dr. Christopher. Nothing to do with Sabah. So only the hello, Noel, what you don't say?
Okay.
Okay, so you wait for Dr. Christopher. I don't know whether Dr. Christopher finished marking or not. My ESPS still got problem because they put in 7 set. Confused like hell. I actually mark until burning a little bit. So and also your practical test only start at week 13. So this is an issue. Which we have no time to finish all the thing. So okay, then after we finish, we will know which practical, which make good you will take, or you don't need make good. Or only those fail, coursework, that's mean go for repeat. You will need to get make good. And also fail also got 2 conditions. If you fail less than 40 marks, most only you immediately repeat already. You don't need to, you don't even have chance for make good. We still don't know yet because with the SBA not finalized. So that's why I will pick a slot first. Not everyone need to be attend. Those not make good, you don't need to attend. So okay, 2 to 4. I actually have 22 students. No, 19 only. Sabah don't work. Okay. 19 students. 12 say okay. Anyone say not okay one? Can you give me some sound? Give me some sound, voice. Or else I will assume. But anyhow, if you are in the list when I post in the Google Classroom, you are in the list for make good. You did not come. That means you already you mean for you want repeat. So cannot say anything to that. Better don't at least grab the last chance. So I have the pool of 14 out of 19. Okay, I will say enough. So that's why I already make a slot already. I think I will add all of you go inside. The attendance first. Let's go for Sabah. All 3 is here already. So we have Sarah, Noel, Kelvin. Okay, everyone is here. So, okay, attendance first. Okay. So now is Carmen, you hear Carmen?
Yes, sir.
Cassandra?
Yes, sir.
Ang Wei Hong?
Yes.
Chang Xiaoyi?
Yes, sir.
Chong Pei Chi?
Yes, sir.
Chu Hong Yin? Yeah. Chao Ming Xue?
Yes, sir.
Kyo Yin Sing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Lai Cheng Yi? Ling Ding On?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nathaniel?
Yes, sir.
Chai Han?
Yes, sir.
Hang?
Yes, sir.
Rai?
Yes, sir.
Jaden?
Yes.
Chi Peng Yen?
Yes.
Chu Kian Hao?
Yes.
Wong Kong? Wong Kong, yeah, okay. Yap Ben Xiao?
Yes, sir.
Wong Kong ah? Is it Wong Kong?
Yes.
Yap Ben Xiao?
Yes.
There are 2 person missing here, so I have 19 plus 1 is 20, 20 plus me is 22. Okay, 22. So then everyone is here. Okay, who is just now I call you, you did not give someone? Anyone? Chu Hongyin, are you here?
Sir, I'm here. I'm Cheng Yi.
Chu Hongyin? Chu Hongyin is the only one absent here. Huh? Okay, so I will add all of you inside, but you don't need to come if you're not in the list of the make good. We still have another class at Friday, so I'm not worried about things. And Friday we will discuss about the midterm also. We'll discuss about the midterm also, so that as a revision. But I think revision is done by Miss Chow. I just do something extra. Okay. So okay, so I copy the email of 419. Okay, I put in the here 419 here. Okay, make good. Later, I think I will add in the other group also lah. Possibly this group also I will add in. I will tell them in next class later. Email. But I make it standardized because Saturday normally is empty one. Okay. So we have 25 days. Okay, save. Then okay. Then I make it a slot lah. So that when you need to attend make good. So if you don't come, that means you already give lah. Okay. So then today we will finish the class, the tutorial 9 and tutorial 10. We still have class later. We can talk about the marks. Unlike the REI, after this today is the last class already. So they may not have time to discuss with me but not this issue right now. Okay, so we go for the tutorial 9 question 4. Tutorial 9 question 4. So tutorial 9 question 4. So let's see, anyone is answering tutorial 9 submission. Do we have a tutorial 9 submission? So I random choose one. Question 4. So tutorial question 4, let's look at the question. Figure 1 is show an output using a command probe of a host. So what is the command that can use to get an output of figure 1? Next state. Next state. So it's totally same lah. I think TKN know how to do it. Then what is the protocol name label at F? You see establishment is TCP TCP transmission control protocol. Okay, here correct. Then provide two application service that are supported by the protocol. You answer on question 4.2 or quite a lot. TCP, a lot of things can use TCP. So okay, then actually you can search on Google TCP support protocol. So a lot lah, email, file transfer protocol, SSH, solid cells, then file sharing, even streaming, they have an interchange, they have both. So this is I don't see much issue there. This is theory. This is theory, will be easier. So give one example of a port number according to figure 1. So you need to know which one is port number, which I think I have a recording for this one, port number. So any number here, 49170, 49171, everything is a valid one. So we go for question 5. During the connection, TCP0 open a connection with an initial sequence number of 4918. In other party, TCP1 open a connection with an ISN. Okay, so I should go to the slide. I should go to the slide. Let's get something in the slide. Something in the slide. Okay, go to the slide. Where is the slide? Lecture slide. Then this is tutorial 9. We go to chapter 9. Chapter 9. The thing I want to look for actually is is something very bad. Okay, the handshake here is the handshake there. Actually, I just print screen, not print screen. I grab this picture. I grab this picture. So I put into the pen. I put into the pen. Look, I put into the pen already. So you look at the question. You look at the question. So where is the question? Question. They say initial 4918. Initial. Because you look at it, they give you initial 4918. They give you initial another device 24463. Then after that, they have a segment size of 1000. Then they send a finish. So the first thing, three-way handshake is establishment, nothing to do with finish. And also because of its establishment of session, they have nothing to do with this segment data also, because this segment data is in between. So they only have something to do with ISN. And how we do the thing, very simple. You go to this one, you go to this one. I do a recording better. You go to this one. So what is a yes, you need to draw it out. Okay. If exam come out, so okay, so you see that SEQ actually is a sequence number, but sequence number keep on changing. But very first sequence number actually called initial sequence number. So the first one, the first SEQ is actually ISN. So it's 4918. So I just change the thing. I just use the rubber, change the thing, and this is the 4918. I put there 4918. Okay. So this one SYN received already. Then SYN, they have a sequence number come out from nowhere one. Why nowhere? Because this is also an initial, but it's initial of another device. Initial of another device. So we call it what is the question? 24463. Okay, 24463. I put there 24463. 24463. Okay, but the acknowledged number is what? Acknowledged number actually is just now the initial number plus one. Plus one. So this acknowledged number will be 4919. 4919. 4919. Okay. Okay, 4919 already. So this sequence number is what? If you look back to the slide, Come here original, then this one will be this one plus one in ACK. You see only ACK change. And this one 300 plus one. 101 ACK become SEQ, remain. Only ACK is +1, the other remain. So we go there. This one, we definitely know that this one ACK is actually the 1 + 1, the SEQ +1. SEQ +1. So it's 2, 4, 4, 6, 4. And the sequence number here is no change. What is the sequence number? 4, 9, 1, 9. Okay. Sequence become ACK +1. Sequence become ACK +1. And this sequence go to FCK, you don't change. The sequence go to FCK +1, but the FCK come to become sequence, did not add anything, did not change. Did not change. Only FCK keep on adding. So this is the answer. Let's look at the slide. It's the same. See, sequence go to there +1. This is initial one, go to there +1, but this one just grab, becomes sequence here. So this is a three-way handshake when we talk about sequence number. And the only thing is initial sequence number is the sequence number that come out from nowhere. Initial, the first thing we give you, you just remember. You don't need to think why they come out. Did not involve calculation. Did not involve calculation. I stop the recording. Can okay or not? Anyone? Okay, if okay, then we continue with the question. With the question. Any question? Okay. So we continue with the question. So TCP provide mechanism for flow control. So list and explain the field in TCP header that use flow control. Quite hard. In the flow control, which one did we use? So let's take a look about file 2. Let's see anyone get it. Flow control. You need to go to header there, the header there, to take a look on no flow control. No one do it. Sequence 24463 4916 K1001. And how you come up with 1001? Data is what? Never mind. Okay. Go back to the thing. You just modify the thing only. Okay. Sequence field. Actually, the flow control is not sequence field. So you see that. Go back to theory. Go back to theory when you are unsure. Flow control is regulate amount of data the resource transmit. So which one control the amount of data? Which one control the amount of data? Actually, it's window. They have a name there. Window size. Window size. Window size. Just now the question already have window size there, right? Yeah. Data size is more like a window size. So window size. So it's actually list of field. They explain the maximum, I think maximum size of the data you can translate. We have something called window size. Window size. So many different aspects. Window size. TCP window size. Advertise how much he will tell the person how much data I am willing to receive without traffic jam or without cannot process. That's mean overload. Cannot overload. So this one, window size. So you need to get it. Is it in the slide? Not in the slide. I'm not quite sure about this in the slide. Anyhow, window size. Okay, number of bytes that can be accessed at one time. It's here. You all saw this. Get it? Okay, I hope get it. Chao Ming Xuan. Okay, Chao Ming Xuan.
Yes.
Okay, so if okay, I proceed already. This is theory. This is a very, very theory based. So, okay, transmission control protocol provide through transport layer protocol. Okay, then transmission control and user database protocol. Discuss two characteristics of UTP. Very, very simple actually. Because if you talk about this thing, it's just the reverse of TCP only. You just go there and take a look on the slide. UDP features. So UDP features, there are a lot. There are a lot. Here, radar is reconciled in the order that is received. Any segment loss are not sent. No session extraction do not inform the sender about the resource availability. But if you are in doubt, you can go back to TCP. Then after that, you can write it up. No flow control. No unreliable delivery or best effort delivery. Then did not have is connectionless protocol oriented protocol. You put there, you see that they are a complement for TCP, and that's why they complement each other. Those TCP don't have, they have. And that's why a lot of times it will be very, very different from TCP. Very, very different from TCP. Okay, so get it? Get it? It's still theory. It's still theory. So after that, this one is look at this picture. Look at this picture and say something. 11 marks. You can goreng a bit. I can goreng. If A want to sending something to B and after finish sending have nothing to send already, so he want to stop the TCP session. So you send the finish to B. When B receives the finish, they will tell you, yes, and SDK, I received your finish. And if I agree with the finish, I will send fin also to B, to A. Then after A will say, okay, I SDK, I acknowledge it. Then the session ends. Okay, 10 minutes. The TCP 10 minutes already. So this is a storytelling at 11 marks. So let's look at anyone talk about it. This is what question? This is question 6.2. 6.2. Set fin flag into segment header. Conduct a two-way handshake which include a fin segment and an acknowledgement segment is used. Last action send and end both sessions. For understanding is okay I sense your understanding but look at it 11 marks enough This is the problem Okay, let's take a look on other sample. 6.2. When the client has no more data to send the stream, it sends a segment with the fin flag set. The server sends an SDK to acknowledge the receipt of fin to terminate the session from client to server. The server sends a fin to client to terminate the server to client session. The client responds with SDK to acknowledge the fin from the server. Look very good. Where do you get it, Chow? Chow? Chow Michelle?
Not an internet also. Both.
Okay. Try to rewrite a bit like for internet. Okay. Look okay because this one is the tutorial, so he tend to be a little bit open-ended. A storytelling just know what's the reason. Okay, in Q7 in transport layer, the main protocol are TCP and UDP. Contrast these two protocol. It is actually the same answer as which one? This one, number one. But Q61, Q6I. So you just compare connectionless, connection based, then after that reliable. Let's look on others. Anyone? Contrast. What is the difference? Core additional overhead, okay. Low overhead, core data frame, core segment. Resend lost data, did not resend lost data. Did not require acknowledgement, okay, I'm good. Okay, this is very own words. I like it, although may not be the same as notes. Okay, so good. I want to see anyone have the something that also good. 6.2. TCP is a connection-oriented protocol, while UDP is connectionless protocol, correct? So TCP is well suited for application with high reliability requirement, and transmission time is less critical, while UDP is appropriate for application that need rapid and efficient transmission. Very good. TCP reorganize data packet in the specific order, while UDP have no underlying order, and all packets are independent of one another. Try not to use independent. They are not independent, but yeah, they are somewhat independent, but not really full independent. So TCP header is 20 bytes and UDP header is 5 bytes, 8 bytes, 8 bytes. Okay, if you want, I would say not an issue. Acceptable, anyhow acceptable. They want 4 set of comparison, a lot. So give 2 applications using TCP protocol and give 2 applications using UDP protocol. So this is too general because sometimes you can put software name also. We try not to put software name if we want. Actually, we want category. But sometimes due to we want try to be linear, we accept software name also. But you don't tell me Excel, Microsoft Word. Even if I accept Excel, which is not appropriate here. Let's assume I answer as Excel. I won't accept Microsoft Word again because they are redundant. They are redundant even if we accept the software name. So any others? I will say that you see that TCP, mobile web, email, we can put SMTP if you want. Then we can put POP3, POP2. Then the UDP, we have a DNS. Then you have a DHCP. Very good, very good. But need to remember DNS also can use TCP. Okay, not only limit to that. So this is the end of the tutorial 9. Then of tutorial 9. Then we have a tutorial 10. Then let's go for tutorial 10 because we need to finish it anyhow. Tutorial 10. So I think tutorial 10 even much easier than the tutorial 9. So let's look at the question. Differentiate the function of OSI layer, the application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. So normally application layer is the one that is a user interface one, with all the software, with all the protocol there, DHCP, DNS, and presentation layer more towards encryption and also format. Then the session layer is the one that we have the all these or what we call that already. Let's look at the slide. We have a name for that. Slide. Let's look at the lecture slide, chapter 10. Application layer, they actually exchange data between programs. Okay, they are programs. So we have all these application layer, a lot of protocol there. The one that very close to us. Go to this still application layer. Most of them is application layer. Wait, it's real application layer. Where is the presentation and session? Missing already. Okay. Doesn't matter. We can get from the I think some of them will have let me check a bit. Let me check a bit. See whether I have any source of new idea. But all normally is the application layer is talk about application. We call it application. A lot of time is software. Then the presentation layer is actually the one that we present with a file format. We present with a file format, Excel file, and inside also include the encryption or decryption there. Even the zip or unzip there is there. And that's why when we zip it, it becomes another file. We can zip it into IR, we can zip it into ZIP, we can zip it into 7Z also if we want. So let's see whether I have any Any other thing? This is tutorial 10, right? Do I have any thing about tutorial 10? Let's take a look. So let's get the very opposite answer. So it's layer 7, top layer. Then communicate between all the software, all the program. Then the presentation layer present the format, same thing. And compression, encryption. I already covered. Then we have a session layer is actually maintain the dialogue between the source destination application. So you have layer 1, the physical layer is talking about the electronic pulse. Layer 2 talking about more towards MAC address and communication between hardware and software. Then we have layer 3 talking about IP address. Then we have layer 4 talking about port and session. Then we have a session layer that exchange the dialogue. Keep them active or restart or terminate the session in the session layer. Then you have the presentation layer define the format of the file, encryption of the file, compression of the file. The compression means zipping, zip those things, zip file. Then we have the application layer that coordinate the interaction between software, exchange data between software. So also actually they serve as an interface between human and application layer. Because all the software, sometimes we call software application. Sometimes we call the software application. Okay. So anyone get the answer correct? Wow, Chaihan, you get a very, very, very official answer. From slide, Chaihan?
Yes, sir.
From slide, okay, nothing to say lah. Try to understand a bit about it. Okay lah, nothing much. Let's hope exam never come out, because or else it's very difficult. So you have a differentiate between get message and post message. You know, name also know lah. Get is something post is I have to post something they are the same different thing So if I get, that means I will request for data. This is IT anyhow. This is still IT. If you get, I can get money. No problem. Then post, I can post present or post courier or post anything that I sell. Also can post office. But in this software, very simple now. I get something, I request for data. Then post, I post the data. So you see that the post always is server who do it. The post is server always do it. But same the thing. Okay, we can assume that the same device we also can get and post. We get when we download. We try to download. Not really download. Then we post is when we upload. We can upload to now we can upload to Google Drive. So I assume that try request for data, upload data to web server. Okay, good. Too official already. I don't know get one. So let's look at Cassandra one. Anything new? Very, very, very official. When it's very official, I assume that everyone can get it either through slide or through Google. Then you need to have some personal understanding. Don't just memorize. Okay. Okay, so XYZ company plan to implement a new application, new software in its network that is able to connect to local mail server and send for sending and receiving daily email for the client. So what is the two types of protocol? Remember the practical, we have the SMTP and POP. One for send, one for receiving. One for send, one for receiving. And they want port number. Oh, okay. Then they want port number, then you can Google port number. Normally SMTP is what port already? 20 something. 20 something. I remember port number for SMTP. I know the POP is 110. POP is 110. And they have an encrypt one. Encrypt one is 995. Okay. Non-encrypt one is 110. SMTP is 25. They can be 587 also. So you can get it. You can get the thing. But for exam, I would prefer you put 25 and 110. Don't put something very fancy. As general as possible. Because that port number is you can only memorize. You cannot critical thinking, why not port 26? No, please don't do so. So describe how the DNS work by using the destination address. The one that we described, when you key in this ABC, cisco.com, you will go and search the DNS server and try to find what is the matching IP address. They will post to the DNS server. If DNS server, if they did not find, they say those hosts cannot be resolved. You always see that our host cannot be resolved. But if they find the match already, they will pass you back the IP address. Then actually the browser automatically change to IP address. Then by using that IP address, you can link to that. And if they allow HTTPS and HTTP, then you can go to the website. Or if they allow telnet, then you can go to telnet. Then that's the simple thing. Let's look at Cassandra. Or domain name URL is entered into address field of the browser. The browser calls the name to the resolver. The resolver most probably can be passed to DNS server, DNS request. Wow, very efficient. The server then search its record. It's a database, it's a table. Then they would tell you the corresponding IP address. There's the I missing already. Then if they're unable to resolve the name using its locally store record, it relay the query to other server. Not necessary, but okay, very complete. Okay. So the DNS server then send the IP address back to the client. The IP address will be used in all the packet, to reach or getting from the cisco.com, and you reach the he did not say his website. He did not say his website. So your one is okay, good, very good. But I assume it's a website because I see www.cisco.com. I think it's a website. Okay. So anyone have problem to get this? Anyone have problem to get this? Chan Wei Ho. Chan?
Yes.
Do you have problem to get this, or you know how to get this or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I assume already. Yes, because I'm afraid that a lot of people go for make good already, especially theory. Because theory maybe it's a little bit boring for you all. So we go for question 6, DHCP. So get 4 example of information obtained from DHCP server. It's very, very simple. DHCP server gives us our own IP address. See that? Then after that, our subnet mask. This means your PC. Then your default gateway. Then after that, your DNS server. You go to packet tracer, you already know this one don't need to search anything. Go for packet tracer. You go for packet tracer, you get a computer. Then you go inside, you see the desktop. It's this 4. Then they give you when you choose DHCP, they automatically populate this 4 for you. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server. So it's too easy already. We go ahead with the aid of diagram. So illustrate the 4 steps of process of DHCP. So this is still the thing. Looking at the picture and storytelling is still the same. You are a DHCP client. That means you are a PC. You are a request for DHCP. So you will send out DHCP discover, telling who is DHCP server, who has IP address for me, a broadcast. Then after that, those server maybe more than one server, and that's why they will send out DHCP offer to you. We are DHCP server. Do you want to get a list and IP address for us? So why they give you offer did not mean the thing already started, because you may have more than one DHCP server. Who will choose? Most of the time it's computer choose, not you choose. But actually you can do is that. Then you choose which is the DHCP server you like. You send them a DHCP request. Then they will send you a DHCP acknowledgement. Then you have list and IP address, and also the subnet mask, and also the default gateway address, and also the DNS server address from the DHCP server. So this one is also look at the picture and storytelling. Okay. Domain is what? Domain. Are you sure, Cassandra? Domain.
Because I found that the answer is domain.
Normally, I don't touch domain. Domain is the name, or is the one that we put in DNS server one. The domain translation between IP address and the domain. Maybe yes, maybe yes. I'm not quite sure about this. We can check it. Okay, fourth step. Officially no. Officially no. And but some of the very technical one, or you cannot change one, or we have special case. And that's why we try to reduce this type of question already. The one that technical until cannot change one. Technical until cannot change one. Look at the. And also we have a, and that's why I tell you it's storytelling. You try to tell a story. Then your story, even it's the same story, different person tell you will be in different words, different sequence, different intonation. So this is the one to prevent copy exactly. Okay. And for this one, whether you copy or not copy, they should look the same. Then that is another story already. Because they cannot take your copy, but they should be the same anyhow. So it's not allowed. The official is not allowed. Okay. So ahead, continue. So briefly explain the main function and set a well-known port number with the restore all those protocol. HTTP let you access to the website, exchange within website. And well-known port should be port 80. I think it's 80. 80, eh? Did not put there. HTTP, okay, networking port. We can refer it. Networking port. HTTP should be 80. But you don't need to remember anyhow for me, because non-value added HTTP. And remember HTTP and HTTPS is different. HTTPS is 443. It's here. They have encryption there. Okay. So we continue with the DNS. What is the DNS? I think it's 20 and 21. DNS just now, right? 20 and 21. We know. DNS is 53. 53. It's okay if you cannot remember 53. What did they do? They translate your name, your domain name into IP address. It's just so simple. Okay. So the next one, dynamic host configuration protocol is DHCP. So the port you can refer to the list also. DHCP port will be 67 and 68. Okay. Random port. Then what did they do? They actually dynamically assign or list an IP address to you together with their subnet mask, default gateway, and also DNS server. So when you go out, file transfer protocol, what's the function? It let you download some file. And file transfer protocol is the one that, okay, 20 and 21. 20 and 21. So this is the answer. And they may need the transport layer protocol. Then if HTTP transport layer protocol is TCP. Most of them is TCP. Most of them is TCP. Then after DNS is both. They need both. One for management, one for broadcasting. Then the DHCP is more towards UDP. More towards UDP. More towards UDP. And the file transfer protocol definitely TCP. TCP. What's the TCP 20 and 21? One for management, one for data. The management is a controller, 21. Data is 20. So you can get it. And I think you can tell them is what port in what protocol. So TCP port 80, definitely TCP port 80 for HTTP. DNS one have two port. One is TCP port port 1 DNS. DNS is 53. DNS either TCP or UDP. They're already here. I see both of them. Then DHCP is UDP only port 67 or 68. Then the file transfer protocol is definitely TCP port 20 and 21. It's here, it's here, utilize Windows, this common network port. So more towards theory, more towards theory and memorization. Okay. Tutorial 10 also done already. Tutorial 10 also done already. So any question? Any question? I want to see tutorial 10, how many persons submit. So many said hi. Tutorial 10. Okay, most of you submit already. Let's look at the answer. And try not be late. Oh, okay, not to be late. Late submission of others like midterm and ESPN bring a lot of problem. Wow. Very official. I hope this is not copying. May have pluralism issue. But very, very impressed. Very official. Okay. Okay. So next class we will revision on the midterm test and others revision like past year, those things that you can normally this child will do it. Okay. So any other question? If no, I think I want to dismiss the class already because I need to continue marking to finalize the marks. So that next Friday we can have a talk with it. So see you Friday.